starts with a duel. That would be interesting now, wouldn't it? There'll be no justice for your children's card games. Oh boy, I don't know. Oh, it's a mirror. I'm not playing a mirror match. That's stupid. Maxi Pigs Mokuba. That's a great username. Isn't it funny?
What's up, guys? Dave Niner 1, 2, and 2, and today we're testing out this new Pendulum Dark Magician deck that Ryan and I kind of threw together. Ryan threw it together first, and I made the very important observation that he lacked Allure of Darkness, and then it was a collaboration after that.
Basically, the point of this deck is to do pendulum shenanigans.
And then that's pretty much the extent of the deck here. Basically, you're just using your oh, you son of a bitch! As I was saying, basically you use your spells and your pendulum monsters in order to special summon dark magicians out of your hand to keep yourself from getting a little too cloggy, which is what something dark magicians can do, because their deck is a lot of combo pieces, and I should have gotten the navigation. I don't know why I didn't do that.
No, not battling boxers, the jackass. I'm going to attack. Yes, take that.
Basically, this isn't going to be a real deck profile because the deck isn't done and it's so not TCG legal, it's not even funny. But this is kind of the idea what this whole video was, to kind of just get it out there, get the idea moving. I can't be the first one to think of this, that's absolutely ridiculous. However, I do want to get you guys input and maybe some suggestions because, one, I'm not a big Pendulum player. I don't know Pendulum Magicians very well, as probably you can tell from this replay. And Ryan, who does know them very well, was even have a hard time teasing out. Every once in a while, you'll get really weird hands. Was this a low scale? I think you want this one. It's at least not bad. Oh, let's do something else. This?
I now pendulum summon monsters to the field.
Sure.
The whole damn thing. I summon 4 monsters. Not 3? There's somebody at the door. Alright, what the hell was I talking about?
Let's chain. Banish that thing. Forbidden Lance, boo! Sure. Holy crap. And, the other thing that we're doing here, and, Caitlin, is, the new addition to the deck is this Startime Magician, who actually makes this whole thing really, really nifty because he can search any dark spellcaster monster from your deck to your hand. And if you know what you're doing, you'll pick the right one, unlike me, who will probably pick the wrong one. Yeah, you want a what? I want your magician's rod, Yugi boy. And basically, it turns a very slow, clumsy Dark Magician deck into something that can actually accrue quite a bit of advantage. And clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking around, and I still managed to make an absurd kind of board here. And I kind of might have even misplayed because I think I ended up with a monster I didn't need. But yeah, holy tits. Let's just attack and banish the stupid battling Bacther and cause a replay and then destroy it with all the OTKs. Get Shrek'd. This is basically what Ryan and I were working on, kind of. I built most of this from memory because I think the real one was on my laptop. But it was a really quick down and dirty profile if you guys want to kind of throw it together and see what you can do. It uses tons of the new monsters that were just announced. We got Black Fang Magician at, what is this, 2. We got the White Wing Magician at 1, Iris Magician at 2, Violet Poison Magician at 2, and Toon Magician at 3, because this thing is basically a rank 4 tour guide. If it's pendulum summoned, it's actually probably the best one. We will notice you're running quite a few high scale in this, but the low scale is extremely searchable, and you pretty much want this one. Some of the cool effects that these things do is, most of them are battle recruiters, but they do things like this guy when they are in pendulum scales. Once per turn, you can negate the activation of a card effect that targets a dark spellcaster monster you control and then destroy this card. So that's really kind of cool. It helps defend your monsters. It's got to be a targeting effect, sorry, but it's still a really solid card to have on the field, and as a low scale, you're always going to want to have it, so it's kind of cool that the pendulum scales in this variant of the deck kind of run some interference. But their effects are just kind of some nice to haves. Most of the time what you're going to actually be using them is simply to pendulum summon. The cool thing about them is if they do destroy themselves to use their effects, so if you have something like Pendulum Call active, then they don't actually kill themselves, or on the flip side, you want them to die so that you can pendulum summon a bunch of them back from the extra deck, kind of how Ignites work. So there's some interesting interaction, and most of them are dark spellcasters, which is really cool because that means our illusion magic is actually live, meaning we can actually search our Dark Magician because we don't have to run such a small monster count because it's pendulums. They're a bunch of monsters. So the deck actually functions. This would probably be the most viable and interesting version of Dark Magicians you can probably build and be the most competitive as well. And kind of while I'm in the groove here, kind of yammering back and forth with you guys, Star Time Magician's the heart and soul of the deck, like I kind of already stated. His effect is really cool. You detach, and he's pretty much Feral Imp for dark spellcasters. I mean, he can search your Dark Magician or any of the scales that you're missing. I mean, you probably made him via a pendulum summon, but hey, maybe you didn't. Who knows? Maybe you played Instant Fusion or something and got an order, and then got another one, and then normaled something, and then went into it, or whatever crazy crap you want to do to make this guy. He also has some cool synergy with the pendulum monsters that destroy themselves, because whenever a pendulum scale would be destroyed, or destroyed as a monster in the monster zone, he can instead mill one spellcaster out of your deck to the graveyard. So you probably are milling something like your Tuning Magician, which can summon itself, which is cool because Tuning Magician is totally a magician pendulum monster, except it's not a pendulum monster, which made it extremely awkward to use. And now we have a viable way of milling it out to the grave. Overall, this card is fantastic, and I'd really like to see what you guys say down in the comments below, what your ideas for this deck is, because it actually works. So now we just gotta fine tune it. But anyway guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and remember guys, if you don't troll the meta, who will? I'll see you guys next time.